Good evening, basketball fans, and welcome to Lone Peak Basketball on the Rewind Sports Network. Tonight, it's day 2 of the Corner Canyon Tournament of Champions as the Lone Peak Knights take on the Mountain View Mavericks out of the state of Idaho in this day 2 matchup of the tournament. Good evening, everybody. Happy Friday to you all. Matt Coma joining you here tonight. Glad you guys can end your Friday nights with us as we have the final game of the day here in day 2 of the Tournament of Champions here at Corner Canyon High School. Lone Peak and Mountain View being introduced on the floor as we speak here. Both teams coming into today looking to get another win in the column as Lone Peak got the win last night, or yesterday afternoon, beating Meridian out of Idaho. 67-27 the game final score in that one. Lone Peak looking to get to 4-1 on the season. They are 3-1 right in a 3-game win streak. Meanwhile, the Mountain View Mavericks 1-1 on the season, had an opening win of the season against Nampa back on Tuesday up in Idaho. Lost last night against Davis 60-45 in that one. Looking to right the ship and get their first win of the tournament here tonight. Starting lineups for tonight's game, for Lone Peak, it'll be Jaden Hughes, Saxon Young, Crew Fotheringham, Camden Broadhead, and Logan Brimhall rounding out the starting 5 for Lone Peak. For Mountain View, it'll be Kean Foy, the senior point guard, along with Corbin Hedgecoth, Brody Tolman, Cooper Patterson, and Liam Nelson will round out the starting 5 for the Mavericks. Lone Peak's in the home whites tonight. They are the designated home team for this contest. They'll move left to right to get things started here tonight. Mountain View's in the blue with uniforms with green trim as they will move right to left as we get set to go here on Friday night. Final game of the day here at the Corner Canyon Tournament of Champions. One final day tomorrow, a full slate of games here at Corner Canyon High tomorrow. Both these teams will be in action again tomorrow, but tonight we are tipped off and underway with the Mavericks getting in the opening tip-off. Tyler Harris controls. And up ahead is the senior point guard, Kean Foy. Up at the elbow. Harris looking to drive inside, swatted away by Camden Broadhead. And here come the Knights. Crew Fotheringham, leading scorer from a season ago, spots up for 3, and he's got his first points of the night. Fotheringham had a great game last game. Had 9 points against Meridian last night. Mavericks looking to go to work here. Harris leaves it off. Now dumps down low. That one's stolen away by Logan Brimhall. Brimhall into the front court. Met by a double team of Mavericks and a foul. No, travel is going to be the call on Lone Peak. So turnover on the Knights, their first tonight. It'll be Foy that will get the inbound. Pass to Patterson and quickly over to the far side for Harris. Patterson straightaway 3 off the front iron, no good, swatted out of bounds. And it will stay with the Mavericks. Lone Peak mentioned won 3 straight games, lost the opener to Leighton Christian, and then rattled off 3 straight wins, including last night against Meridian of Idaho as they get the steal off the inbound, pushing it the other way. Saxon Young to the cup, and he's fouled. He'll go to the line. So foul, Saxon Young will head to the line to shoot 2. 18 points in that game yesterday against the Warriors. Leads the team in points per game, averaging about 18 a game so far this season. Saxon Young able to get the first free throw for his first point tonight. Second free throw's up and good. And the Knights with an early 5-0 lead here. Trying to set up a trap in the backcourt, and timeout will be called by the Mavericks. So head coach John Nettleton wants a timeout. We'll keep it here 30-second timeout. 5-0 the score as Lone Peak has an early lead in this one tonight. We'll talk about these two teams again. Again, kind of a table of first quarters for both these schools yesterday. For Lone Peak, they took on that Meridian, Idaho Warriors squad. They led 30-1 after the first quarter of that game. Went on for a 67-27 win over the Warriors for their third straight win. On the other side, Mountain View, they trailed 16-2 after the first quarter to Davis yesterday, but tight contest the rest of the way. It was 43-44 the final three quarters as the Mavericks were able to settle in for the final three quarters, looking for a better start here today against a stingy team in the Knights. Knights picked to finish second in Region 3 in the Deseret News coaches poll. Mountain View, middle of the pack in the 6A Southern Idaho Conference. That's the top region in the Boise area, as that one's stolen away by the Knights. Saxon Young will spot up for three and connect. Saxon Young from downtown, 5 points for him in the first quarter, and it's an 8-0 run to start things for the Knights. Foy into the paint, kicks it out. Harris will try a three. He will connect. Tyler Harris with his first points tonight stops the Lone Peak run. Young kicks it out to Hughes, and Hughes settles for a mid-range jumper. It's no good. Rebound collected by Harris. Down low is Cooper Patterson, and he ends up walking. It'll be another turnover by the Mavericks. 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. 8-3 Lone Peak. Saxon Young off of a screen, leaves it to Hughes near side, looking to go down low for Broadhead, and that's stolen away by Patterson. Met by a double team, able to get it over to Foy on the far side. He'll bring it across the timeline. Pass near side, and a shot by Hedgecoth is no good. Offensive board by Foy, kick it out. Harris will try a three, and rattles out, no good. Rebound to Brimhall. 3-on-2, 3-on-1 now. The Knights lob it up for Fotheringham. Crew Fotheringham throwing it down on the alley-oop. It's 10-3 Lone Peak. Inside is Hedgecoth. He goes to the hoop, can't get the end one. And he'll go to the line to shoot two. That'll be on Broadhead. First team foul for the Knights. And we'll see Corbin Hedgecoth, the senior wing, had 2 points, 2 steals against the Darts yesterday. First trip for the free throw line for the Mavericks, and he gets his first bucket. Hedgecoth last season averaging about 3 points a game as a junior, able to get both his free throws there. 10-5 the score here, approaching 3 minutes gone in here in the opening quarter. Young looks to drive inside, too short. Gets his own offensive board, met by a double team, goes back up with it for two. Saxon Young with 5 in this first quarter. The Knights meet the Mavericks at midcourt. Now Foy with a double team, gives it off to Patterson. Thought about a three, now looks to drive, stops at the free throw line and hits. First points tonight for Cooper Patterson, junior wing. 12-7 the score. Fotheringham had that alley-oop dunk moments ago, looks to drive, kicks it out. Brimhall in the corner for three, short. Rebound collected by the Mavericks, up ahead. Harris has room, off the glass, got the 2 points. Harris with 5. 3-point game. Young over to Hughes. Hughes, nice pass inside. Broadhead can't get it to go. Good swat there by Brody Tolman. Hughes tries to go up. That one's denied, and a foul is called on the Mavericks. That'll be Patterson, his first, second team foul for the Mavericks. And it'll be an inbound down low. We get whistles on the inbound here. Broadhead Battling with Patterson here on the near side. Two of the taller guys on the floor. Broadhead at 6'9", Patterson 6'4". Still having words down there. Officials have to come in and separate the two before we get back underway. Approach the halfway point of the first quarter. Brimhall looking to inbound, looking to float it to Fotheringham and connects with him. At the elbow, drives in the paint, scoops up a shot, and he's fouled. And he'll head to the line. Patterson picks up his second foul for him, third team foul. And we'll see Liam Nielsen check in. Looks like we'll also see Crew Carrillo set to check in here for Mountain View. Fotheringham averages about 15 points a game this season, averaged 12 last year, as he rattles home the first free throw. Has 4 3-pointers on the year as well. Added a 5th tonight. Has 3 double-digit point games in the 4 games so far for the Knights. Only one was a 9-point game against Meridian yesterday, as he's already up to 7 tonight. Knights with a 5-point lead halfway through our first quarter. Lone Peak and the Mountain View Mavericks. Foy near side is Lone Peak in the zone. That one tipped away. Ball loose on the deck, picked up by Foy. Kicks it out top. And a 3-point attempt there by Hedgecott's no good. Rebound collected by Saxton Young. So he brings it back the other way. Over in the corner, Brimhall. Drives inside, absorbs the contact, can't get the ball to bounce into the coop. And that's out of bounds, last touched by Mountain View. 3:08 to go. And we'll have a discussion real quick to make sure. And it is going to be Mountain View ball. Mavericks making their second trip to Utah in their last 2 years. Was down here last year, took on Westfield, the new school up in Ogden. 3-point attempt's no good. Fotheringham had it, and it's a foul. And that's on Liam Nilsson, his first. That'll be the 4th team foul, so Mavericks out of fouls. Knights will be in the bonus the rest of the way for the final 2:50. Counting. Fotheringham looking to drive, and there was the 5th foul. And that'll be on Carrillo, his first. And that'll send Fotheringham back to the line 2 for 2 already in this quarter. 7 points to lead all scorers. Rings off the front iron and rolls in. 8 points now for Fotheringham here in the first quarter. Good start for the junior guard / forward. Plays both positions. Second free throw is no good, and a foul is no good. That'll be on Cramden Broadhead, his second, and he'll have to check out. Checking in for the Knights is Skylar Andrioli, wears number 3 for the Knights. As here come the Mavericks, down by 6. Into the front court. Harris. Carrillo losing it was Hedgecott, stolen away by Fotheringham. Up ahead to Hughes. And Hughes gets inside, up and under for 2. Jaden Hughes' first bucket tonight. 17-9. Largest lead for the Knights. It's been 8. Foy far side, catch and shoot 3 from Harris is off the front iron. Ball loose and picked up by Brimhall. Young with time. 2 minutes to go in the quarter, steps into a 3. That one's no good. Rebound collected by Foy. And now the Mavericks look to push. Foy looking for his first points tonight. Up over Fotheringham, no good. Rebound Young, back the other way. Young to Fotheringham to step into a 3. Got it, and the foul. Crew Fotheringham with a chance at a 4-point play. What a first quarter for the junior. 11 points, can make it 12 here in the first 8 minutes. Has a chance at the 4-point play and rattles it home. 4 for 5 at the line. That's 8 points to go along with that on the floor. He's got 12 points tonight. Outscoring the Mavericks by himself here so far. Foy around the horn. Gives it to Bowman Bills. Checked in on that last trip and stolen away by Young. Another turnover. Young looks to push. Drives inside. Euro step no good. And a foul's going to be called on Lone Peak. That's going to be Andrioli, third team foul. First for Andrioli. The Mavericks looking for a bucket. They've been cold the last couple of trips. Now down double digits. That's inside, trying to break the zone. Foy turnaround jumpers off the left side. And rebound did by the Knights. That was Andrioli with the rebound. The final minute of the quarter. Pass it off to Cole Caton, who's in now for Lone Peak. Brimhall over to Fotheringham. Floated back to Caton. Young now resets, looking for a screen. Brings it just inside, hand off to Caton as the shot clock gets under 5. Caton drives, he gets 2. Cole Caton's first score points tonight. Shot clock's off. Mountain View can hold for the final shot here. Thought about a shot was Bills. He lost the ball and it's out of bounds, last touch by Lone Peak. No inbound here on the near side. 14 seconds left here in the quarter. Up top to Kramer. Now Bills thought about it. Back to Kramer. Around the horn it comes. Carrillo back around it comes to Bills for 3. Got it. Bowman Bills first points tonight to beat the horn. As the full court, he's no good. 8 minutes in the books here on our final game of day 2 here of the Corner Canyon Tournament of Champions. It's Lone Peak with a 23-12 lead. We'll be right back here on KSL Sports. Welcome back. Ready to get our second quarter underway here between Lone Peak and Mountain View. The Knights with a 23-12 lead after one quarter of play. Tonight's game brought to you by Tab Bank, home of the Tab Spend Rewards checking account with 3.5% annual percentage yield on your account balance and 1% cash back on eligible purchases. It's a big deal. That's Tab Bank, member FDIC. Big first quarter for Crew Fotheringham. 12 points to lead all scorers in that first 8 minutes. Saxon Young, 7 points to go along with the 12 from Fotheringham. Leading scorer for the Mavericks, Tyler Harris with 5. As we are underway for quarter number 2. 11-point lead here for the Knights as Hughes looks to drive, and a foul is going to be called on Carrillo. That's going to be his second. And that will send Jaden Hughes to the line, Arizona transfer. Had 6 points against the Warriors yesterday. Looking for his first free throw today, got it. Had 2 points in that opening quarter. Averaging about 7 points. Has 1 3-pointer made this year as well. Checking out his Carrillo. Hughes for his second free throw. Rattles out, rebound collected by the Mavericks. Pushing it ahead, Chase Kramer. Freshman point guard on this team gets it back as it goes around the horn. Lone Peak still in that zone defense. Back up top, Kramer looks to drive. Floater in the lane, got it. First bucket for Chase Kramer, the freshman point guard. Makes it a 10-point game. Young looking to answer. Hops in the lane, kicks it out, into the corner. Caton for three, no good. Rebound collected by Kramer. 2 points and a board already in this quarter. Good tip by Caton, keeps it in play. Hughes lost a handle on it, and it'll be last touched by the Knights. So Mountain View will keep possession. First minute gone of the second quarter. Both these teams will be in action tomorrow. Mountain View at 3:40 to take on the Orem Tigers. Lone Peak has the late game, the final game of the tournament against Bingham tomorrow night. As that ball goes out of bounds, last touch by Lone Peak. Stays with the Mavericks. Lone Peak trying to move to 2-0 in the tournament. Only other team to do that so far is American Fork, who won the first two games of their tournament. American Fork will play Rock Canyon out of Colorado, who just fell to Corner Canyon in the game right before this one. A lot of teams at 1-1 in the tournament. It's Kramer will set up a three and hits. 5 points in the corner for Chase Kramer, and it's back to a 7-point game. Fotheringham back the other way, kicks it out. Young catch and shoot three, short. Board loose, and a foul is going to be called on Lone Peak. That'll be on Caton, his first. And that's the first of the second quarter. So the Mavericks on a 5-1 run to start the second quarter. Double team up top. Nice pass down low. Kick it out for a corner three. Owen Sherrill is no good. Rebound loose into the corner. Picked up by Bills, who's open for a three. Looks and hits. Back-to-back threes. An 8-1 run for Mountain View, and it's a 4-point game. Young looks to answer. That one no good. Rebound collected by the Mavericks. Mavericks can make it a one-possession game. Kramer up top. Gives it to Bills. Thought about a shot after he just made that three. Kicks it to far side. Looking to drive baseline. Leave it off. Jumper there by Nielsen's no good. Rebound Caton. Knights 1 point so far here in the second quarter. Caton looking to change that. And leaves it to Hughes for a three. Rattles out. No good. Offensive board by Andrioli. Gives it to Caton, looks to drive baseline, scoop it up, no good. Rebound, Andrioli inside, and he's fouled. And that'll be on Nelson, his second. That's the second team foul on Mountain View. Skylar Andrioli, the senior guard, heads to the line for the first time. First free throws, no good. Andrioli, 7 points last game against Meridian. Camden Broadhead checks back in. Caton checks out. Broadhead with 2 fouls in that opening quarter. Second free throw is good for Andrioli. First point for him tonight, and it's a 5-point game. Kramer brings it ahead, steps into a three off the front iron. Rebound Fotheringham, all the way ahead. Brimhall collects, plotted off the glass. Ball still loose. Pinballs around, and it's going to be off Lone Peak. Good defense from Mountain View. Got the swat on the glass and able to get the turnover. Bills brings it ahead. 4:50 to go to halftime. 5-point game. Bills thought about a shot, now gives it near side Sherrill. Back up top. He'll step into a three. Bills no good. Ball's loose and rebound collected by Nielsen. Nielsen lost the handle and it's stolen by Fotheringham. That one stolen back by the Mavericks. Almost a travel there by Mountain View. Helping him out was Tolman. He has it now near side. Tolman inside. Bills with a mid-range jumper, no good. Ball picked up by the Knights. 2-on-1 they come. Andrioli up off the glass, and he gets his first points from the floor. First points from the floor in the quarter for Lone Peak. Ball loose far side, and double team, and poked away by Lone Peak. Andrioli and Brimhall over there, as we got 3 substitutions for the Mavericks. As it looks like Harris, Patterson, and Hedgecock will all come in. Small bench for the Mavericks. Brought 10 players with them on this tournament. Got one more game against Orem tomorrow, and then they'll be back up in the Boise area for a couple of games. That one by Patterson's no good, and last touch by Lone Peak. Stays with Mountain View with a new shot clock. They'll take on their crosstown rival Meridian, their first game back on Tuesday next week. Meridian down here playing in this tournament as well. The battle of the milk can down there. We're up there in Idaho. It's a nice little shot by Corbin Hedgecock. His first points from the floor. 4 points for him tonight. Young has that poked away, able to regather in the paint. His jumper's no good. Ball loose. Still fought for, and Young, Brimhall, up, swatted away, and out of bounds. Corbin Hedgecock with the block. Another good defensive stop by the Mavericks as Foy will check back in. Bills will take a seat. Fotheringham set to check back in for Lone Peak. And he'll take the spot of Andrioli. A 5-point game here. Lone Peak led by as many as 13 in that first quarter. Mavericks doing a good job of cutting back into it. An elbow shot is good from Hedgecock. 6 points for him. And it's now a one-possession game. Mentioned the Mavericks took a moment to settle in yesterday, but have found their footing so far here today against the Knights. Brimhall over to Brimhall. That was Broadhead, on the first pass, and that shot is no good. And the Mavericks have numbers the other way. Foy near side. Harris, floaters, no good. Gets his own board. Patterson for 3. Got it! Cooper Patterson ties things up with 2.5 to go. Timeout, Lone Peak. It's been all Mavericks here in the second quarter. A 15-4 run as they have knotted things up with 2:27 to play. We'll step aside and be right back here on KSL Sports Rewind. Welcome back. 2:27 to play here in our second quarter. Tied at 27 as the Mavericks have outscored the Knights 15-4 here in the second quarter to tie things up. Cooper Patterson, the latest to score for Mountain View. Lone Peak has only 2 points from the floor here in the second quarter. Skylar Andrioli has the only bucket. The other 2 points came from free throws as the Knights trying to snap this cold streak. Young up top. Sets things up. Hughes near side. Feed it down low. It's Broadhead off his foot. Collected by Hughes, who's in a double team. Throw far side. Stolen away by the Mavericks. Up ahead. Here comes Tolman. Kick it to Harris. And the Mavericks have their first lead. And we have a foul called, I believe. A delay of game warning on Mountain View. 1:59 to go. Mountain View with their first lead of the night. Saxon Young Brings it across the timeline. Over to Hughes. Fotheringham up top. Had a great first quarter. Has been quiet so far. Nice pass inside. Broadhead can't get it to go. Rebound. Brimhall too strong. Collected and shot by Hedgecoth's no good. Rebound. Down low. Poked away. As the Knights with a block. Hughes looks to push. Inside. And an charge, or not an offensive foul. It's going to be a blocking foul on Mountain View. It's going to be a Patterson. That should be his third. And it'll be, I believe, the third team foul on Mountain View. But it sends Jaden Hughes back to the line. He's 1 for 2 today. Had a free throw made to start the second quarter. There's a chance to tie things up here. First free throw's no good. Lid on that Lone Peak basket at the moment. Patterson checks out. And it'll be Bills and Hedgecoth back in. As Harris will take a seat. It's Riggin Stewart, actually, that's checked back in. As Hughes gets gets the second one to go. And it's a 1-point game. So we approach the final 70 seconds of our first half. Winding down a action-packed day here on day 2 of the Tournament of Champions. Shot by Mountain View's no good. Rebound collected by Broadhead. As Hughes up ahead. Brimhall leaves it off. Fotheringham inside. His first points of the quarter, and it gives the Knights the lead. And we get a foul on Lone Peak. And it'll be on Brimhall. That's going to be his first. Second team foul on Lone Peak. It stops the clock by 52.8 to go. New shot clock will be here for the Mavericks. They'll inbound down low. Andrioli's going to check in for Lone Peak. It'll be Broadhead that checks out. Foy looking for somewhere to go with it. Throws it all the way up. It's tipped away by Brimhall. Now it's loose in the backcourt, and it's going to be off of Mountain View. The Knights get the turnover. Coach Nettleton wants a word with the officials over right in front of his bench there, and they stay with the call. It's going to be Lone Peak basketball with 48.9 left. As they inbound to Fotheringham. Catch and shoot by Saxon Young's short. Bounces over to Fotheringham. Down low, Hughes is open. 3-point lead for the Knights. 3-second difference between the shot and game clock. Now the Mavericks look to answer. And a timeout called by Coach Nettleton and the Mavericks. 30-second timeout. We'll step aside real quick and be back in 30 seconds. You're watching Lone Peak Basketball on the Rewind Sports Network. 3 left to go here in our first half. The Knights with a 3-point lead over the Mavericks. Head coach Izzy Engel and the Knights breaking the huddle over on that left-hand side. Izzy Engel in his first season as the head coach at Lone Peak. Longtime coach at Timpview and Timpanogos before taking the job at Lone Peak this season. Last state championship for the Knights in 2018. Izzy Engel trying to get the Knights back to that state championship form. In Utah's top classification. Foy lost the dribble, had it poked away, now floats in the lane, gets 2 points. First bucket of the night for Kean Foy, the senior guard. This is a 1-point game, 5 seconds left. Young inside, floats it no good. Rebound, thrown ahead, and we get a foul before the horn hits here. There was a foul call with maybe half a second left here. So we'll see what ends up being the call here. As our officials will meet in midcourt. wait and see what happens here. It was behind the play. The Mavericks were trying to wait and see what we got here. Neither team's in the bonus, so it won't be unless it's a technical foul. It looks like it might be, as it's on Saxon Young. Technical foul, so it will be Corbin Hedgecoth take the technical free throw to end things here with 1.2. They put 1.2 back on the clock. Mountain View will get a chance to tie this game. Hedgecoth 2 for 2 at the line today, make it 3 for 3. Ties the game at 32, we'll get one more. We'll see if we can get an explanation on the call here on the halftime break. We'll go downstairs and see if we can get a call. Yeah, it's Hedgecoth's second free throw is no good. And the Mavericks will get the ball with 1.2 left here. Tie game at 32. It'll be a side out here. And we have a time for maybe one dribble and then a shot. The pass near side, turnaround three-point attempts, no good by Tolman, and that will end things here for our first half. It's been a back and forth affair. It was all Lone Peak in the first quarter, all Mountain View in the second quarter. We're knotted up at 32 apiece as we head to the halftime break. Don't go anywhere. In about 10 minutes, we'll have the second half for you, and it should be a fun one to close things out here on day 2 of the Corner Canyon Tournament of Champions. Don't go anywhere. Tied at 32 at the half. You're watching Lone Peak Basketball on the Rewind Sports Network. All right, basketball fans, welcome back. Ready to start our second half here between Lone Peak and Mountain View, tied at 32 through 2 quarters of play. Matt Coma with you here on day 2 of the Corner Canyon Tournament of Champions. Had a busy day so far here today. Got started at the 12 o'clock hour. Bingham with a 68-63 win over Lehigh. Game number 2 went to Highland, who had an 83-61 win over Meridian out of Idaho. Timpview got the win in game number 3, 76-33 winners over Foothill out of Nevada. American Fork with a 60-43 win over Mountain Vista, Colorado. And then the game just before us, Corner Canyon with a good second half, able to beat Rock Canyon 70-48, the final score in that one. Records of the teams in the tournament so far: American Fork, the lone team at 2-0. Lone Peak trying to join them at 2-0 with a win here tonight. Harriman and Davis also 1-0 after wins yesterday. Timpview gets their first win earlier today against Foothill out of Nevada. Bingham, Highland, Rock Canyon, Mountain Vista, and Corner Canyon are all at 1-1 in the tournament. Mountain View looking to get their first win here tonight to get to 1-1 and join those groups. Foothill's 0-2 on the tournament. Lehigh's 0-1, Meridian 0-2 as well. Leading scorers from that first half: Crew Fotheringham had 14 points to lead all scorers for the Knights. Jaden Hughes with 6, Saxon Young with 7 for Lone Peak. On the other side, Corbin Hedgecoth with 7, Tyler Harris with 7, and Bowman Bills with 6. So far here tonight, leading scorers for the Mavericks. They'll get the ball to start our third quarter. As everybody's set, and we're back underway. It was 23-12 after one quarter. Lone Peak had the lead. Mavericks outscored the Knights 20-9 in that second quarter, and they add a 3. Patterson with 8 points now, and the Mavericks with their largest lead of the night at 3. It was all Lone Peak. Mountain View had to battle back to tie things up in that second quarter. As answering quickly is Camden Broadhead, the junior, with 2 points. That's his first bucket from the floor here tonight. Mentioned Fotheringham had 12 points in that first quarter. For Lone Peak, had just 2 in the second frame. As that's off of Patterson and out of bounds. It'll be Lone Peak basketball, 7:17 to go. Tied at 34. As they rule that Patterson shot a 2-point attempt. So 7 points for Patterson. Zaxton Young. Pass is off target and collected by Harris. He goes back the other way, poked away by Hughes, but right to Foy. Near side, Patterson. Now looking to drive, and up and under, no good. Was Hedgecoff. Young the other way. Kicks it off. Fotheringham stepping into a wide open three, his third of the night. 17 for Fotheringham tonight. Knights back up by 3. The 3 by Foy is off the mark. Back comes Lone Peak. Fotheringham. Crossover, another 3. That one's short. Rebound Foy. Had it poked away. Young gets to it and he's fouled. Sliding in to the near side. And it'll be on Foy, his first. First team foul here in the third quarter for Mountain View. Cooper Patterson, the only one in foul trouble tonight for either side with 3 fouls. Camden Broadhead with 2 fouls for Lone Peak. As Young floats in the lane, tried to lob it to Broadhead. He able to regather and put it up for 2. 4 points in the corner for Camden Broadhead. The Knights back up by 5. Largest lead, 13 for Lone Peak in this one. Had it just at the end of the first quarter as they get the steal. Young with a 2-on-1. Floats it up. Broadhead fouled and count it. Camden Broadhead completes the alley-oop and he'll head to the line. 6 points in the quarter for the junior. Has a chance to make it 7. As our officials are going to meet here, see if there's anything added to that foul. It was a push from underneath as Broadhead was going for the alley-oop. The second one completed tonight for Lone Peak. And they're going to call the intentional foul. That's going to be on Harris, his second. And it's an intentional foul, so free throws and so the basket's good. Extra free throws here for Broadhead, and then the Knights will get the ball back. And a timeout called by Mountain View. So Broadhead will shoot free throws when we come out of the timeout. We'll step aside and be back in just a moment as the Knights with a 7-point lead here on KSL Sports Rewind. Welcome back. 5:47 to play here in the third quarter. It's an intentional foul called on Tyler Harris, so it's an extra 2 extra free throws here. And then Lone Peak will get the ball after the free throws. So Broadhead to the line. It's his first trip there. Had 6 points here in the third quarter. Make it 7. We'll get one more shot, so a chance at a 4-point play here for Broadhead. He gets both free throws. 8 points in the quarter, and the Lone Peak Knights have a 9-point lead quickly, just like that. It's an 11-2 run at the moment for the Knights. Young to inbound. Tries to get it to Hughes, and that's stolen away. Good defense there by the Mavericks. Tolman kicks it back out. Now Patterson looks to drive, lost the dribble. Kicks it back out. Around the horn it comes. Tolman up top. That one's short. Rebound to Lone Peak. Young into a 3 off the screen. He's got it. First points for him since the first quarter. He's got 10. And it's a 14-2 run. And a foul is going to be called on the Mavericks. That's Patterson, his 4th. Yeah, there's multiple substitutions here as looks like Foy, Harris, and Tolman will all check out. We'll see Nielsen, Bills, and Carrillo back in, along with Kramer. The Knights. Nice pass inside. Hughes can't get the dunk, and it's out of bounds and off of Lone Peak. That would have been a statement play for the Knights. Instead, a turnover back to Mountain View. Game of runs so far. Knights led by 13 early. Mavericks rallied and took a quick lead as that corner three's good. Owen Sherrill in the corner for his first points tonight. Back to single digits, Fotheringham. At 17, kicks it out to Young, who just hit a three a moment ago. No good. Rebound collected by Sherrill. Sherrill into the paint. Pokes up the dribble, looking for somewhere to go. Gives it off. Bills lost a handle on it, and it's off his knee and out of bounds. Lone Peak will keep it. Approaching the halfway point of the third quarter. Mavericks with 3 team fouls in the quarter. No fouls yet for Lone Peak as Young looks to drive. Floater out to Hughes for a three. Off the back iron. Collected by Bills running the other way. Into the paint. Double team. Throws it up and he's fouled. That'll be on Saxon Young, his first. That'll be his second, excuse me. First team foul for Lone Peak, and we'll see Bowman Bills at the line for the first time tonight. He's got 2 3-pointers made tonight for 6 points. First free throw is too strong. Bills junior guard at 7 points, 7 rebounds against Davis yesterday. As Hughes will check out. Cole Caton back in for the Knights. Second free throw's up and good. 7 points for Bowman Bills. And Knights quickly the other way. Caton on the baseline off to Broadhead. He's had a good quarter. Floats one up, no good. Ball loose, gets his own board. Up top, Young catch and shoot three. Fouled, and he'll head to the line. That's on number 3, Chase Kramer, his first, and it's a 3 free throws here for Saxon Young. He's made 2 of them already. Gets the first one. 11 points now for Saxon Young. Been red hot to start the season, averaging 18 points a game in the first 4 games for the Knights. Mentioned 3-game win streak here for Lone Peak. We lost the opener to Leighton Christian, but have rolled off a couple of wins. As the third free throw is no good. It's Mountain View down by 10. Bills into the corner. Back up top. Sherrill has another three. 2 threes in the quarter for Owen Sherrill, and it's back to a 7-point game. 7th made 3 of the night for Mountain View. Up top, Fotheringham. Gives it a Broadhead. Nice pass down low. Brimhall gets it and count the foul. Logan Brimhall with his first points tonight, and he'll head to the line for the 3-point play. Nice dish inside for the bucket. And the junior guard. 6 points last game against Meridian, looking for the 3-point play. Off the back iron, and a foul is going to be called on Broadhead. That'll be Broadhead's third. Second team foul for Lone Peak. Still 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Knights with a 9-point lead. Far side, Sherrill looking for his third three of the quarter. That one's no good. Rebound collected here on the near side by Carrillo. Now Kramer, nice dish inside. Bills gets the floater. Nine points for Bills here tonight. That one's stolen away. Carrillo ahead to Kramer. Far side, Bills catch and shoot three. Too strong. Ball loose and collected by Broadhead in the corner. Knights quickly break the press. Young looks to push it ahead to Brimhall. Broadhead running inside and an offensive foul. Bills draws the charge. That's going to be 4 on Broadhead. Third team foul, and Broadhead will have to come out. Andrioli will check back in. End-to-end action here. The Mavericks trying to mount another comeback here. Trailed by 12 in this quarter. Cut it to 7. Looking to cut into that lead even more. Bills thought about a three. Instead backs it out. Now goes baseline. Spin. Nice floater. Off the glass. No good. Fotheringham with the board. Caton looks to push the pace. Inside through contact, and he's fouled. And Caton will head to the line. That's going to be Sherrill with the foul. And it will see Cole Caton, the senior guard. First time on the line for him tonight. Averaging about 5 points a game this season. Comes up short on the first one. Caton, one of the returning seniors on this Lone Peak squad. One of two of them. Andrioli, the other senior. That one's no good. Spin in the lane. Off the glass is no good there by Tolman. Now Andrioli has it poked away by Bills, and it's out of bounds off of Lone Peak. Good hustle there from Bills to poke that one away. It's back to the Mavericks. 93 seconds left in the quarter. Knights with one more foul to give. Knights in the bonus as well. Near side pass, inside for 2 points. Liam Nielsen, his first bucket. And it's a 5-point game. Back comes Mountain View. Young battling with Foy up top. Far side, Caton. Now Fotheringham. Nice spin inside, and he's fouled. He'll go to the line. That's going to be on Foy, his second. And we'll see Crew Fotheringham back to the line. He's 4 for 4 tonight. At 17 points, to lead all scorers. First free throw rattles home. His 5th made free throw of the night. Second free throw is off the back iron, no good. Ball loose, it'll be, a violent jump ball there. It's a jump ball. Arrow stays with the Knights. And it's good hustle there from Nielsen. And I believe Andrioli was the one for the Knights down there. So it stays Lone Peak basketball with 55.8 to go in the quarter. New shot clock here for Lone Peak. Inbounded to Fotheringham. Looks for a three-pointer. That one's short. The ball's loose on the deck. And another jump ball, I believe, is called. And there's a jump ball between Brimhall and Nielsen. This one will belong to the Mavericks. So Mountain View basketball off of the jump ball. Arrow will switch back to Lone Peak. 45 seconds to go in the quarter. 6-point game. Bills off his foot. Brimhall slides for the steal, and it's back to Mountain View. Cross court, pass inside, swatted away by Brimhall. Good regroup there from Brimhall. After sliding for the ball here on the near side, able to swap that one out of bounds. Stays with Mountain View with 29.8 to go. Shot clock's now off. And a foul's called on the Knights. It's Brimhall, his second. That'll be the fourth team foul on Lone Peak, so Mountain View in the bonus if the Knights foul again. Foy to inbound. Up ahead, Bills thought about it, now drives inside, has a lane, and he's got 2 points. 20 seconds left in the quarter. 10 points for Bills' first Maverick in double figures tonight. Fotheringham with a nice move inside. And a foul is going to be called. Mountain View wanted to travel. Instead, it'll be a foul on Nielsen, his third. And that'll send Fotheringham back to the line. 1 for 2 on his last trip. 18 points tonight. Can't get the first one. He's got one more free throw here. Fotheringham with 3 made threes tonight. Had 45 last season. He misses both the free throws here, though. 8 seconds left here for the Mavericks. It's the Knights with a press. 4 seconds, 3. Up ahead, need a shot from the elbow. No good. And that will do it for the third quarter. Lone Peak with an early run. Mountain View answers with a run of their own. It's a 4-point game as we go to the fourth quarter. We'll take a break, be right back here on KSL Sports Rewind. Back, ready to start our fourth quarter. The Knights with a 4-point lead here on KSL Sports Rewind. Matt Coleman with you here for the final 8 minutes. Leading scorers through 3 quarters, Fotheringham with 18, Saxon Young with 12 to lead the way for the Knights. Bowman Bills has 10 to lead the Mavericks. Corbin Hedgecott's got 9. Tyler Harris with 7, Patterson with 7, Sherrill with 6 for Mountain View. Lone Peak gets the ball out of to start things off in an early foul. It's going to be called on Nielsen. That's going to be his 4th. So now Nielsen and Patterson both in foul trouble for this fourth quarter. That's the 4th foul for both of those players tonight. Camden Broadhead with 4 fouls for Lone Peak, who's in there as well right now. New shot clock here for Lone Peak. So looking to close this out. Instead, it's stolen away. Bills takes it away himself, coast to coast, and swatted away by Hughes. Jaden Hughes climbing the ladder for the block. Stays with the Mavericks. Knights started the quarter on a 14-2 run, but the Mavericks have battled back. Have a chance to make it a 1 possession game here as Foy lost the handle on it. Now spins, and a foul is going to be called on Lone Peak. That should be on Young. That'll be the 3rd foul on Saxon Young. First foul of the fourth quarter here for Lone Peak. Both these teams in action tomorrow afternoon. Tomorrow night for Lone Peak. Take on Bingham, predicted to be the top team in Region 2. Mountain View will take on Orem. The Tigers, one of the top teams in 5A in the state of Utah. Inside goes Bills. He's fouled, and he'll head to the line. And that's on Brimhall, his 3rd. 2nd team foul. And they say it was on the floor, so it'll be an inbound underneath the basket. Foy up ahead. Harris has a little bit of time, met by a double team. That's poked away. And the Mavericks able to hold on to it. Bills looking near sides, poked away at Brimhall. Brimhall near side, and he's fouled. Harris will pick it up. That's his third. Second team foul on Mountain View. So some early fouls here in the first minute of the quarter. All right. And they're going to give him free throws here. Say he was in the act of shooting. First free throw's no good for Brimhall. 2 points in that third quarter. Only points for him. Triple substitution here for Mountain View. Looks like Patterson, Hedgecoth, and Sherrill come back in. Patterson on those 4 fouls. Right next to Broadhead right at the bottom of your screen there. Both of them with 4 fouls. As Brimhall can't get either one to go, it stays a 4-point game. Bills picks up the dribble, able to get it near side, and Patterson lost it. Lost it off his hands out of bounds. Back to Lone Peak with 6:41 to play tonight. First game, 9 a.m. tomorrow on the final day of the tournament. It'll be Mountain Vista, Colorado, taking on the Davis Darts. Darts, one of the top teams in 6A as well. Young up top for Lone Peak. Flies in the lane and put it in with a foul. Saxon Young able to knife through the paint there and finish it off for 2 and gets the chance of the 3-point play. That'll be the third team foul on Mountain View. Young will go to the line. Has 4 made free throws tonight. Can't get that one to go. 14 points for the junior point guard. That one off of Foy's foot. Almost has it stolen away. Now numbers here for Mountain View. Bills to the corner. Sherrill catch and shoot. 3. Caught it. Third 3 of the game for Sherrill. 9 points. And it's back to a 1-possession game. Young with Foy up top. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Hughes now. Floats it up. Fotheringham able to grab it. Looking for somewhere to go. Patterson with 4 fouls. Kicks out Broadhead for 3. Short. Ball loose up top. Picked up by Bills. Goes inside. And he's fouled. He'll go to the line, and that will be the night for Camden Broadhead, his 5th. So Broadhead will foul out with 6 points tonight. Scratch that, 8 points tonight. As he will head out, Caton will check back in. And meanwhile, Bowman Bell is the leading scorer tonight for Mountain View. That is 10 points. That's 11 points, excuse me. As I believe have a timeout here. Looks like a quick chance for both teams to kind of milk this foul out here. No timeout's been called. Both teams taking a moment to huddle up. And it will be 2 free throws here for Bills. Has 11 points tonight. Bills a junior guard. Has 1 made free throw tonight, make it 2. And it's a 2-point game. Both teams with 3 fouls now, each with 1 more to give. As Bills makes both free throws. Give him 13 now tonight, and it's a 1-point game. Pass inside. Brimhall fights his way inside and scoops it up for 2. Makes it a 3-point game, 4 points for Brimhall. Leave it off. Top is a free throw from Sherrill. That one's no good. Off the side of the rim and out of bounds. Foy will check out. Chase Kramer checks back in. Lone Peak basketball with 5:02 to play. 3-point game. Largest lead of the night, 14 for Lone Peak. Largest lead for Mountain View's been 3. And we have an offensive foul called on Lone Peak. That's going to be on Hughes, his first. That's the 4th on Lone Peak. So Mountain View in the bonus the rest of the quarter here. Knights setting up a full press. So they get it into Patterson. They'll back off of the press. So we get closer to the halfway point of the quarter. Far side Hedgecock. Gives it to Kramer. Battling on Fotheringham. Kicks it out. Sherrill's in the corner for 3. That one's short. Collected by Young. Young to Hughes. Hughes spins inside. Off the glass. No good. Ball still loose. And picked up by Fotheringham. Knights with numbers. Hughes bounces inside and a foul is going to be called. And that should be the 5th on Patterson. And Cooper Patterson will check out as he falls out with 7 points tonight. As we'll need a new Maverick in there. Both teams are going to huddle up again. Take the opportunity to get some last-second coaching here. Again, Coach Izzy Engel, his first season at Lone Peak, but longtime coach here in the state of Utah. On the other end, head coach John Nettleton for Mountain View. He's in his 21st season at Mountain View. As a 285 and 201 record. Izzy Engel 3-1 on the season with Lone Peak, but 188-97 all time in his 3 stints at Timpanogos, Timpview, and now at Lone Peak. Inside Caton. Looking to extend the lead. Inside, that one's short. Gets his own rebound, goes up, and a foul is going to be called. He'll go to the line. They're going to call it on Bills. That'll be his first. And Caton will get 2 shots here. 2 points for him so far here tonight. Make it 3. Makes it a 4-point game. Second free throw. Got it, both of them. 4 points for Caton. And a timeout, Lone Peak. Full timeout. We'll take the timeout as well. 4:05 to play. The Knights with a 5-point lead. We'll be right back here on KSL Sports Rewind. Welcome back. 4:05 to go here tonight in a 5-point game here in the Corner Canyon Tournament of Champions. Tonight's game brought to you by Tab Bank, home of the Tab Spend Rewards checking account with 3.5% annual percentage yield on your account balance and 1% cash back on eligible purchases. It's a big deal. Member FDIC. It's Maverick ball out of the timeout. Knights with a 5-point lead. Trying to close this out and move to 2-0 in the tournament. Mountain View looking to rally and get their first win now this weekend. Mid-range jumpers, rattles in and out. Fotheringham able to come up with it. Met by a double team though. Yep. And a foul is going to be called there at the end. And that's going to be, I believe, on Kramer. It's either Kramer or Carrillo. And 2 shots upcoming for Fotheringham. And it'll be Carrillo takes the foul his 3rd. And we'll see Crew Fotheringham at the line. 18 points for him tonight. Had a great first quarter Had 12 in the first 8 minutes. Been held to now just 7 in the last 3. Gets both of them to go here. He's got 7 made free throws, though, and he's up over 20 points now. 20 points for Fotheringham, the junior forward. Bill's looking to answer, and he's fouled. Young thought he had the clean sweep. And instead, it's going to be his going to be the 4th foul for Young, and that's the final foul to give for Lone Peak. They're in the bonus now. Is Mountain View. And we'll see Bill's back of the line, leading scorer for the Mavericks with 11. Has 3 made free throws tonight. Can't get the first one to go. 7-point game here as Kramer will check out. Foy back in. Also, looks like Sherrill will check out for Tyler Harris. Second free throws up and good for Bills. Give him 12 now tonight. Biggest point game for him of the season. 3rd game of the year here for the Mavericks. Hughes up top. Now Fotheringham. Far side is Caton. Gives it to Young. Young to Hughes. Hughes to Fotheringham. Mismatch down in the post. Picks up the dribble though. Kicks it over to Caton for a 3. Rattles off. Ball's loose on the deck and picked up by the Mavericks. Mavericks looking to push. Up ahead, Harris for 3, short. Board comes to Bills, lost the handle on it. Ball's loose. Hughes falls on it. And what do we have? Jump ball is going to be the call. And it's going to stay with the Mavericks. So Mountain View keeps the ball off the jump ball. Arrow will switch over to Lone Peak. With 2:51 to play, 6-point game. Looks like we're reset. Shot clock will stay at 23. Mavericks looking to inbound. Up top is Bills. That's 2 made threes tonight. 8 total for the Mavericks as Lone Peak back in that zone. Near side is Hedgecock. Pass inside. Foy off his foot. Able to regather, picks up the dribble, fadeaway jumper's no good, and Brimhall with the rebound. 2.5 to go. Lone Peak in no hurry now, up by 6. Young with 14, Fotheringham with 20, leading scorers tonight for Lone Peak. That's the clock. Runs down to 10 on the shot clock. Gets a screen from Brimhall. Young throws up a 3. That one's too strong, and now here come the Mavericks with numbers. Up ahead goes Harris, or Hedgecock with a dunk. 11 points for Hedgecock, and it's a 4-point game. Lone Peak again, going to use as much of the clock as they can here. So it approaches 90 seconds left in the game. 15 to go now on the shot clock. Fotheringham up top. Battle of the 4s. Carrillo and Fotheringham. Now the double team comes and a foul is going to be called on Carrillo. His 4th. 4th foul for Carrillo, and Fotheringham back to the line where he's made 7 free throws tonight. 20 points. Trying to put his team back up by 6. First free throw's up and good. And that's the 8th made free of the night, or free throw of the night for Fotheringham. Carrillo checks out. Sherrill will be back in. Another 3-point shooter for the Mavericks. He's got 3 made threes tonight. As the second free throw's no good. Stays a 5-point game. 1:20 to play. Foy sets up the offense. Near side, catch and shoot Harris for three, no good. Brimhall collects it. And we approach to the final minute here, Fotheringham. Mavericks will have to start fouling here soon. And it's now Young's got it. Young now in a double team. He hits it to Brimhall, quickly to Caton. They will try and kill more of the clock here. That one's tipped out of bounds. It stays with Lone Peak with 44 seconds left, 11 left on the shot clock here. So now the Mavericks will try and press for the turnover here. Can't foul at this point. That one's up to Fotheringham. Able to use his size. And let's see who that's off. That's off of Mountain View. Out and right in front of Coach Engel and the Knights bench as they will take a timeout. It's a full timeout, so we'll take the timeout as well. 40 seconds left here in this one. 5-point game, 7 seconds on the shot clock here. As we'll be right back. Welcome back. 40 seconds left in this one tonight. Knights trying to close it out for their 4th straight win and 2nd win of the tournament. Mention their games tomorrow. Lone Peak will take on Bingham at 7 o'clock tomorrow night back here at Corner Canyon High. Mountain View will play in the 3:40 game tomorrow, take on the Orem Tigers. As 7 seconds remain here on the shot clock here. Fotheringham looks for somewhere to go, gives it to Caton all the way on the backside of the backcourt. 3 seconds, and now they got to hurry. 2 seconds and one, throws up a prayer, and it's a shot clock violation. That should be an out of bounds. That'll be an inbounds, because that never hit the rim. As the clock ran for a couple extra seconds there. Clock ran for about an extra 4 seconds, I think, there. As they replace it back to 33. Again, shot clock violation there, never hit the rim, so it'll be an out-of-bounds play here for Mountain View. Down by 5. As it looks like we're good to go. It's Mountain View inbounds. Have to hurry here, down 2 possessions. Bills. That one poked away, back into the backcourt. Clock down to 24. They got to hurry. And a timeout called by Mountain View. It's a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here for this one. We'll give you the schedule for the rest of the games tomorrow. Starts at 9 a.m. tomorrow. As Mountain Vista out of Colorado takes on Davis. Be able to see that one, I believe, here on KSL Sports Rewind tomorrow. Yep, you'll see that game here from Corner Canyon. We've got a triple header tomorrow. As Trevor Hallen will have all the games tomorrow. We'll have a triple header here on KSL Sports Rewind. Davis and Mountain Vista at 9 a.m. Orem and Mountain View, you'll see the Mavericks here on KSL Sports Rewind again at 3:40, and then you'll see the Knights at 7 o'clock. Also here on KSL Sports Rewind, KSLSports.com, and the KSL Sports app. Other games tomorrow, Rock Canyon out of Colorado takes on American Fork at 10:40. Lehigh takes on Meridian out of Idaho at 12:20. Corner Canyon, the host team, takes on Foothill out of Nevada at 2 o'clock. Mentioned that Mountain View and Orem game at 3:40. You'll see that here on KSLSports.com. Skyridge plays Timpview at 5:20. That'll be a fun one of 2 Utah County teams battling it out at 5:20. And then at 7 o'clock, we'll wrap things up with Lone Peak and Bingham. Mentioned American Fork at 2-0 on the tournament. Lone Peak trying to join them as the only teams to go perfect in the first 2 days. If they can hold on for the final 20 seconds here, it'll be Mountain View ball out of the timeout right in front of us here on the near side. Pass to the far side, Harris. Harris near side. Give it to Hedgecoth for 3. Caught it. Timeout. Mountain View as Hedgecoth now with 14 points. He now leads the Mavericks as it's down to a 2-point game with 12 seconds left. So timeout again here. This one by Mountain View, another full timeout. We'll still keep it here. We'll give you a rundown of the leading scorers as we just mentioned. Hedgecoth's got 14 to lead the Mavericks. Bills with 11. Sherrill with 9. Had Harris and Patterson with 7. Kramer with 5. Foy with 2. Nielsen with 2. Those are all your scores for Mountain View. For Lone Peak, Jayden Hughes has 6 points. Cole Caton with 4 points tonight. Saxon Young, 14 points for him tonight. Skylar Andrioli, 5 points, or 3 points tonight. Fotheringham with 20. Leading scorer across the board tonight. Camden Broadhead with 6, and Logan Brimhall with 4 points. Rounding out the scoring for both teams so far here tonight. It is Lone Peak basketball, 12.4 left. They'll have it to inbound it underneath the Mountain View basket. Neither team with any more fouls to give. The Knights will most likely try to get it to Fotheringham. He's got 8 made free throws tonight. Both teams in the bonus. You got Carrillo and Nielsen with 4 fouls. Neither one in at the moment, though, for Mountain View. As the Mavericks in a full press here. And a timeout's going to be called by Lone Peak. This will be a 30-second timeout, so we'll just keep it here as well. See if we can give you some score updates from around the state of Utah tonight. Looking at some basketball scores. Again, tournament time all over the place here in the state of Utah. You have this tournament being hosted by Corner Canyon. You'll have one hosted by Skyridge and Lehigh in the next couple of weeks. Mentioned this tournament here for Lone Peak. Mountain View will be heading to Palm Springs in a couple of weeks, straight after the Christmas holiday for the Palm Springs Desert Classic. We'll play 3 games down there. As we're back on the floor here, still 12.4 to go. Hughes to inbound. Gets it in. Caton lost the ball. Mavericks get it back. Inside Harris. Tie game. Timeout Lone Peak. The Mavericks have tied it with 6.3 left. Harris with the 2 points, 9 on the night. And with 6 seconds left, the Knights will have an opportunity to try and win it here, or we could be going to extra basketball. No game in the tournament has made it to bonus basketball so far. Would be only fitting at the last game of the night would potentially go there. Tied at 60. I think the closest game so far in the tournament's been, 6 points. Closest one 5 this morning. Bingham beat Lehigh by 5. So a fun finish here today, too, of the tournament. Got the varsity teams here on the main gym. Also have junior varsity and sophomore games going on as well over the last couple days. And the lights have gone off. We've lost the lights. Now there we go. And we lost the clock there for a second. Saying the shot clocks have been turned off. So they're going to have to reset those ones. We still have the scoreboard clocks, but we lost the shot clock. The shot clock is turned off at the moment, but as the rest of the lights make their way back on. And it looks like we're ready to get back underway. So, an interesting finish to the night here. It'll be Lone Peak basketball, 6.3 to go. Caton will inbound. Have Young and Fotheringham in the backcourt, Hughes and Brimhall in the front court. Floated up, swatted out of bounds. Clock down to 5.4. It'll be a side out now. As now we'll have a conference of officials here on the near side. 5.9 is what they're going to put on the clock. And again, now side out. Everybody comes into the backcourt. Pass to Brimhall. Quickly, Caton, 4 seconds. 3, 2, Caton for the win. He's fouled with 0.6 seconds. And he'll head to the line to try and win it. Mavericks can't believe it. Fouls on Harris, his third. And we'll see Cole Caton has made 2 free throws here tonight. He needs just 1 to give Lone Peak the lead. First free throw, got it. Lone Peak leads with 0.6 left. Everybody retreats for Lone Peak. Coach Engel tells them to come back. And it's only time for a catch and shoot for the Mavericks as it's out. No good on the whole full court heave, and the Knights survive. A hard-fought game on both sides. Cole Caton, the winning free throw, as the Knights win their 4th straight game, move to 4-1 on the season and 2-0 here in the tournament. Leading scorers for tonight's game, Crew Fotheringham with 20 points to lead all scorers for Lone Peak. On the other side, Corbin Hedgecoth with 14 to lead all scorers for Mountain View. Lone Peak moves to 2-0 on the tournament, 4-1 on the season. Mountain View 0-2 here in the tournament, 1-2 on the season. Both teams will wrap up the tournament tomorrow here at Quarter Canyon High School, as Mountain View will take on Orem at 3:40 p.m. Mountain Time. You'll see that game right here on KSL Sports Rewind. You'll also see Lone Peak as they take on Bingham here at 7 o'clock. That's going to do it for us here tonight. Final score of the night, 61, the Mavericks 60, to wrap out day 2 of the Corner Canyon Tournament of Champions. I'm Matt Coma signing off tonight. We'll see you tomorrow for another full day of basketball here at Corner Canyon High. You've been watching high school basketball on the Rewind Sports Network.